Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio. Come hang out with me in the studio today. Today I'm going to test console emulation plugin against a real console. I'm going to test the Soundcraft Sapphyre recording console back here against the Slate Virtual Console Collection. I'm going to use the 4K setting on the Slate VCC and compare it to the same tracks being run through the Soundcraft Sapphyre recording console back here. So we're talking about a virtual console emulation plugin versus what was probably around a $40,000 console when it was new. It's going to be really interesting to see how this turns out. And I'm doing this in an interesting way, trying to keep it really honest. So I'm not really using any outboard gear with the console, and I'm not using any plugins in the box other than the Virtual Console plugin. As you can see, all the faders on the console are set to 0. The console faders that I'm using anyway. Everything that's coming out of the box is coming up on these faders. They're all set to 0. So the actual level changes that I'm doing will be done in the box, so that we're comparing apples to apples, so to speak. Except we're not. We're comparing a console emulation plugin to an actual console. So that's not really apples to apples. Apples to bananas? I don't know. I'm not good with these fruit comparison things, guys. Sorry. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. In my last video, I compared an in-the-box mix to a mix with my little Stevenson Interface Electronics, the little 8-channel vintage console, but I didn't use a console emulation plugin. It was just a straight in the box to through the little 8-channel console summing the tracks comparison video. So if you want to see that, check out that video. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. For the comparison part of the video, on the console anyway, I combined some things here, so that's why you see some things panned. Over here on these guitars, I'm going to repeat that panning exactly the same way in the box. That's just because I only have a certain number of outputs from the DAW to go through the console, and this song had quite a few tracks. Still should give us a pretty good idea though. What I want to do now is add the Slate Virtual Console Collection to all of the tracks. I'm going to leave it on the Brit 4K setting on the defaults, and put this on every track. On the master bus over here, I'm going to do the same thing roughly, only I'm going to use the virtual mix bus plugin, also on the Brit 4K setting. And that should give us the in-the-box mix to compare with the console mix.
I'm not
So what did you think of the difference between a virtual console or a console emulation and a real console? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to check out my other video where I compared an in-the-box mix to summing the same tracks through the Interface Electronics Series 100 console. Also make sure to check out all the links in the video description for ways to help support this channel, as well as liking this video and subscribing to the Twin Creek Audio YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Thanks to everyone that watches the channel, and thanks so much to all the new subscribers. I hope you all have a wonderful, excellent day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond, whatever it is you're having. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching.